NAWA, the red, white, and blue powerhouse, is making his debut. That's right. The freedom fighter of the Carolinas, Pat Riot, is here, and I'm bringing the fight to Allentown. Justin Kindred-Allen, you've been making quite a name for yourself, and I've heard a whole lot about you. Just won the Bunkhouse Stampede, been winning matches left and right. But when I get in that ring with you, you're gonna come face a fight that you've never seen before. You're gonna find out what a real hero looks like. Pat Riot.
Well, we just heard from the debuting Pat Riot. He's going to be making this huge, anticipated debut right here in singles competition this week on NAWA Championship Wrestling against Mama Allen's favorite son, allegedly, Justin Kindred-Allen, in singles competition. That match is coming up shortly right here on the program. But right now, we're going to take it to the back. Morgan Dash, who's in this week's main event, is standing by.
Steve Allen, congratulations. You're the new NAWA television champion. Now listen, I heard you say that you're the change that NAWA has been needing for a long time. But you know deep down inside that I'm the change that Steve Allen has needed for a very long time. And tonight, I'm going to show you exactly why they call me the Green Flash of the Carolinas. I'll see you out there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're down in the ring right now. We've got a big time match about to take place here with Justin Kindred-Allen. Going to be taking on the newcomer here in NAWA. There you see him right there, Pat Riot, waving the old glory, the red, white, and blue. There you see Justin Allen waving the one-sided flag of Allentown.
Yeah. Now that you've pointed it out, I can't stop noticing it. That flag is only one-sided. They're going to have to get it fixed.
Well, who knows? Maybe the Scots will help them out.
Somebody's got to.
This is going to be the battle of the flags. What's he doing?
It looks like he's leaving.
Well, maybe that's a good
get the
thing.
flag fixed.
Maybe you got to take care of business in front of him right now instead of worrying about the flag. No, he's going to get on the microphone. Oh, jeez.
Oh, shut up. You people need to stand up and acknowledge the greatest flag in American history, the flag of Allentown. Why don't you stand up and acknowledge it and stand up like a good Samaritan and pledge allegiance to your flag? Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Allentown, the greatest flag in God's green earth. I hate Matthews, North Carolina.
I don't think anybody really pledged allegiance to Allentown there, did they, Curtis?
I saw a couple of people that seemed to contrarians, but yeah, most of this crowd was not in favor of pledging any allegiance or fealty to what Justin called the greatest flag on God's green earth, the Allentown flag. And I don't think it is. I don't even think that's a top 5 flag.
Might not even be like a top 25 flag.
Yeah, you know what?
It's very basic. It is one-sided.
It's one-sided. It's just a field of black with the words Allentown on it. I'm not a big flag connoisseur, but we see eye to eye on this one. That flag actually kind of stinks a little bit.
Might not even be in like the top 50.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many flags there are in the world, but it could very well be at the very bottom.
Yeah. I think it's. I mean, there might be some city flag somewhere in some of these small towns that are on par with that. There's probably thousands of flags, but I don't like that one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a battle of the flags here. I don't know if that's what we're going to call this or not, but Pat Riot making his debut, taking on Justin Kindred-Allen.
Still got that wrist brace on from injury he sustained a while back.
Well, maybe he's just tender. It's tender. He's babying it.
No,
I don't want to hurt it again.
I'm sure it still hurts. He might have come back to action a little bit too soon, to be honest with you. That's how much he enjoys competing here.
Well, it is definitely going to be a bullseye or a target for Pat Riot if he's smart enough to go for it. But maybe Pat Riot, he's apple pie, All-American. Maybe he wants to win this match the correct way, Curtis.
I don't know. He's got that right fist.
Is there a correct way to win here?
As long as you get your hand raised, that's the right way to do it. But he's got his right fist taped up too, so I don't think he's interested in.
And that, what the hell is Justin doing now? He's worried about some guy in the front row. Or lady.
I think that person might have said something bad about his flag.
I thought the people over there were pledging allegiance to it.
Well, those were a couple.
And now Kindred, maybe these is mind tricks, mind games he's playing here on the newcomer. You know, Pat Riot hasn't had a ton of matches. Look here, right out of the lockup, a big hip toss.
Showing the experience, able to get the hip throw right out of the lockup here. Pat Riot angry about it, but Justin, he was crowing, but now he wants some separation. He wants some space.
I think Justin will just do anything he can to stall the butt kicking he's got.
Oh, beautiful arm drag.
That he might be getting here shortly in this match. Now he's leaving the ring once again.
Yeah, Pat Riot's getting fired up, and Justin is...
Is he really Mama Allen's favorite son? You know Mama Allen, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if he, in the eyes of a parent, they don't really rank it. Actually, I kind of do. I've got a favorite kid. But I'm sure that Mama Allen doesn't rank her kids.
Well, she's got to. There's 4 of them.
That's true. Here's a big scoop slam.
I don't know why Justin keeps running away. He's doing very well.
Now he's crowing. He's crowing because he's out wrestled Pat Riot so far, but that was a big mistake because, oh man, he just took the hip toss back.
And an arm drag from Riot here. Curtis, I'm surprised you hadn't figured it out yet. You know, if you put Pat and Riot together, you get what?
You get a good time, and there's a pin.
Oh, well. Well, he rolled out of the ring for a good time of his own. I don't think Justin Kindred's having a good time.
Yeah, Pat Riot reminds me of that rapper from down south Florida.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's Flow Ride. It's the same thing there. He's broken.
You know, they used to make us take Flow Ride in school, swish it around their mouths.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Flora. Oh, you're doing Flora. I see what's happening. This is broken down.
Well, you know, when you take Pat, you put and Riot together, you get Patriot, and that's what we're seeing, an all-American Patriot here.
This is a patriotic beatdown that he's giving Justin Kindred-Allen here.
Oh, they're just trading chops now on the floor. Justin has been on the run, it seems like, in this match the whole time. Oh, nobody home when he dropped that elbow, trying to take a shortcut.
Yeah, that he's got the bees and the stings and the fingers now from hitting his funny bone. Big clothesline by Pat Riot.
And now, here we go. He's going to go up. Is he going to do it? He's going to start dropping them fists.
Here comes some illegal punches that they're just letting them get away with.
He just did it 10 in a row. And now Kindred-Allen,
looks like
JKA, goes down.
It is a cover. Able just to sneak that shoulder out after 2.
Riot starting to look a little impressive here in his debut.
He's in phenomenal shape. He had that tape this up, and he knew he was going to throw those right hands there. Those seem to be effective. Let's see what else he's got in his repertoire. Ooh, walks into a big elbow.
Oh, reversal from Riot.
Goes for another hip toss.
Oh, rolls through to Justin. Takes that arm. Takes Riot down with it. Now going right back to the arm bar. That's now Pat Riot. He's being drug into deep water here in his opening match here for NAWA. They say he's only had 2 or 3 matches in his career, Curtis.
Well, you can't tell by looking at him here. He was able to reverse this armbar into an armbar of his own. A veteran maneuver by Pat Riot. Not showing the inexperience of only having a few matches under his belt. I don't know what other grappling or combat background he has here. Oh, but he does have a background of getting thumbed in the eye.
Well, you know there's no good defense for a thumb to the eye or a rake to the eyes. Now Kindred with a boot to the midsection. Look here, just pushing his chin.
Oh.
Trying to push his head off his shoulders, I'd imagine.
I think Justin calls that move the pest dispenser. Oh, big chop.
I don't think anybody, the kids watching there, know what that is.
They don't make pest dispensers anymore?
Man, I don't know. I know they take elbows down. It takes Pat right off his feet there.
I will tell you this, Justin is so obsessed with the fans as a cover that he is not staying on top of Pat right here. And that may come back to haunt him. He's got to focus up.
The action slowing down here as Kindred trying to figure out what it's going to take to put Pat Riot away as he keeps fighting with everything he's got. You know, he's got red, white, and blue running through his veins.
Would you also say he was born and raised in the USA?
Yes. You know where I'm going.
Right.
Brother?
Yeah, absolutely. Is he government inspected and U.S. made?
You know, I don't know. I didn't look at his papers.
If you mess with his friends, it's like a slap in his face. I could do this all night. Anyway, there's a reversal.
I don't think I'm going to say anything after that. So here we go. Justin slams him down from a fireman's carry. Now hits him with a senton.
Big senton. Right in the middle of the ring. Will that do it?
No, it will not. Pat Riot able to
tapping out. Pat Riot quit. The winner, Justin Kindred-Allen.
Moron, shut your mouth. He's trying to get the fans behind him here.
I saw him quit.
He needs that cheer, that roar of the audience to get him going here. And now Kindred just trying to wear him down some more.
Now, we'll point out one thing here, that Justin Kindred has a sneaky advantage on here.
What's that?
In this chin lock, he's got that brace on his wrist, so he's got an extra little bit of grip and friction to hold on to that chin lock. But Riot able still to fight out of it. Ooh, a club to the back.
Here comes Kindred off the ropes, but he takes the clothesline. Came off those ropes with a full head of steam, but Pat Riot there to meet him. And both men are down.
Justin wisely rolled to his stomach so he couldn't get pinned, but he's rolled back over to his back now. Riot struggling to get back up to his feet.
Yeah, Riot has taken a beating here in this matchup. Both men are still down. Our official, Sierra Nicole, has initiated the 10 count here. She's up to 5.
Riot back to vertical base, so's Justin.
Big shoulder tackle.
That seemed to wake Riot up. There's another one.
That clothesline may have changed the tide of this match, and it looks like it has. He's just using his force to take Kindred down with those shoulder tackles. And now look here, picks him up.
Oh my goodness.
Running power slam. Oh Christ. 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out.
Stay down. What are you thinking?
Justin kicks out of that running power slam.
This guy is strong, Justin. He lives to fight another day. Stay down. Don't get back up so he can hit you some more.
Here comes Pat Riot running off the ropes, goes for a splash.
Nobody home.
He didn't connect. Kindred up now.
A big half-hat suplex.
Slams him. He's close to those ropes. Riot able to kick out that time.
Inexperienced by Riot there, using all that energy to kick out when he was so close to the ropes. He could have just lifted his hand up there and saved this precious energy late in this grueling contest.
Right now, where's Justin going? Now back out to the floor he goes. He's going for that flag. He's got the Old Glory, but he puts that one down. He said if he's going to ruin a flag, he wants to ruin the cheap one.
At least he's not doing anything that's unpatriotic. I'm okay with that.
Here we go. He's got the Allentown flag. He's going to clock.
I mean, he should be disqualified.
Pat Riot over the top of the head with it. Oh, he missed.
Oh, no.
He just hit himself in the face with it. Now, big stunner there.
Oh, no. That's got to do it.
1, 2, 3, and Pat Riot able to pick up the win here in his debut.
An emotional Pat Riot, jubilant after defeating Justin Kindred-Allen here in his debut, like he said, able to overcome the adversity and the difference in experience to defeat Mama Allen's favorite son, and now he's
definitely not the favorite anymore.
After that, probably not. After doinking himself in the forehead.
There you go. There, the Old Glory flying high, the red, white, and blue in the air as Pat Riot picks up the victory here over Justin Kindred-Allen.
That's right. You slapped hands with those fans. You heard it, Pat Riot.
NAWA has been on a downslope for a while. I was the change NAWA needed. I am your new TV champion. Morgan Dash thinks he's gonna walk in here and take something that doesn't belong to him. I've worked too damn hard to let any random person come in here and take what's mine. Morgan Dash, I break your will, I break your legs, I break your will to survive. I will forever be the TV champion.
Well, we just heard from the NAWA Television Heavyweight Champion, the Allentown stud, Steve Allen, as he defends his championship for the first time. Yes, he won it under questionable circumstances against Zay Vega, but he's got a huge task ahead of him in his first defense. He's going to be taking on Morgan Dash. Can Steve Allen retain his title? Stay tuned for this huge main event only right here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. That's coming up right after this very quick commercial break.
What is the podcast that brings you the best interviews from the world of independent pro wrestling?
You are watching #Food.
Join Scott Larson as he goes into the personal lives of some of the hottest up-and-coming wrestlers, as well as managers, referees, and promoters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
With extras throughout the week.
Join us on many outlets,
Facebook,
YouTube, and Twitch, giving you something to invest in from the world of professional wrestling.
And that's the hashtag truth.
The Carolinas have long been heralded as the origin of greatness in the realm of professional wrestling. Men, women, and promotions now considered to be legendary in their scope of influence on the future of professional wrestling began here in this, the region we call home. It is in this tradition of greatness that the Carolinas Professional Wrestling Awards will carry on in celebrating the achievements of talent working in the region. Join us at the official Facebook group page of the CPWAs as we continue to celebrate pro wrestling in the Carolinas.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for the NAWA television title match here between the Allentown stud, Steve Allen, and the Green Flash, Morgan Dash, who is your challenger. There's a huge size difference here between these two. Morgan Dash is not huge in stature, but what he offers inside the square circle, not many can match. Curtis, what do you think about this TV title match we got going on right here?
Well, you're right about one thing there. Morgan Dash is not the biggest guy that you're ever going to see in terms of size there, but he's got a humongous heart and a lot of talent and skill. It's going to be interesting for Steve, who's also a cruiserweight, a junior heavyweight, whatever you want to call it.
He's a stud. What do you?
He's a stud and a stud muffin. That's fine.
Categorizing him for? He's a stud.
But he's
an Allentown stud.
He's usually the smaller man in the match here. So being the larger competitor, let's see how Steve likes to be in that position, and if he can wrestle from there, if it makes sense to him, you know.
We're gonna find out. There you see John Harkey, our official, showing off the NAWA television title. And Curtis, it's still kind of hard for me to see that belt with someone new. I mean, Zay Vega held it for such a long time, he kind of became synonymous with it. But can that man right there, Morgan Dash, be the next NAWA TV champion? He's got his hands full with the Allentown stud in the ring, but also, Curtis, if you notice, there's 3 more Allens ringside right now.
Yeah, a lot to think about there for sure.
Whoa, look at the speed here.
Almost enough right there.
We almost had a new champion right out the gate, and Steve Allen's pissed at himself for letting that happen.
Yeah, Morgan Dash, oh boy.
Yeah, that's how pissed he is, Curtis. Beautiful arm drag there from Dash.
Right past the Steve, has dropped out, and a leapfrog from Dash. He rolls back. Steve flips through the rollback and says he's outsmarted Morgan. Oh, they're off to the races again.
This is going to be a high-intensity match. Both men got the speed, and look here, they kind of got a stalemate. Nope, ducks under. Look here, Allen catches him. Dash lands on his feet. Look at the action, Curtis.
Just counters for days.
I can't keep up with it. Pushes him into the ropes. Look here, Steve Allen. He doesn't
turn
know.
Around, Steve.
He didn't realize it. Morgan Dash on the shoulders. Holy Christ.
Finally gets Serrana here. And a beautiful drop kick.
The Green Flash. Maybe that's why he's wearing green. He's quick as a flash, Curtis.
That's right. There's a cover. Do a gainer, bro.
Do a what?
A gainer.
I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I think Morgan Dash is about to do a high flying move. Nope.
puts the brakes on.
Steve Allen ducked down and covered his head. And he's got his brothers out here. As you said, all 4 Allens out here in this matchup. But look here, Steve catches the boot.
Oh my goodness.
Planted him head first.
That might be it. John Harkin needs to check on him.
Our camera crew getting around there. And he's got him. He's picking him up. Rams him back first. Man, Steve Allen is showing a vicious side here tonight.
Well,
he's not going to let go of that TV title that easy.
There's a cover.
And only gets a 2.
Well, getting the championship is one thing. Keeping it's a whole different one. So Steve Allen knows that in order to stay on top of the mountain, he's got to be vicious. He's got to be calculating. He's got to be ruthless. And that's what we're seeing right now.
What a test in his first title defense. He's got his hands full here with Morgan Dash. Up to the top rope he goes. Allen ran to the buckle, but now look here. Oh God.
My goodness.
Planted his knees into his chest.
I don't know what you call that.
I call it painful.
Yeah.
I call it hurts.
Innovative offense by Steve there.
Driving the knees into the chest, but it was only good enough for a 2 count.
That's the other thing that happens too. Oh boy, big chop. That Steve is going to find out here. As you get to the top of that championship mountain, the competition just gets better and better. You're going to have to face guys, another chop, like Morgan Dash all the time. Great competitors like this if you want to stay on top of that mountain.
Look here, the kick there from Morgan Dash. Oh, God. Holy Christ, that boot caught him right in the jaw. Almost took his head off there, Curtis.
Cover him, Steve. I think that's what Mason's telling him to do here.
Mason just probably told him to headbutt him or something.
Oh, my goodness. This has been an exciting match so far.
It's the only kind of action you're going to see right here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Either if you're watching this on highspots.tv, if you're watching this up on Speak, MPLS up in Minneapolis, or watching us here on our YouTube channel, you know, Curtis, we are the longest running episodic program in the Carolinas with 400 plus episodes. And a big forearm there from Steve Allen. Look at these two just fighting back. Dash not giving an inch here. Neither is Allen.
Yeah, these strikes are no joke. I would not want to be on the receiving end of any of these here.
Yeah, we've already talked about your fondness of the strikes, but there, took a discus forearm there from Steve. Reach around kick right into the chin. This Morgan Dash, he might be small in stature.
Another big boot.
But he's got a lot of fight in him. Both of these men do. German.
Snap German. Oh my goodness, he's firing up from it.
He rolled right through.
Turn around, Steve.
Allen with a big clubbing blow right there after reversing out of that full Nelson. Oh, God. He did a springboard off the bottom rope, and Morgan Dash caught him with his feet right there in the chest, and both men are down.
Desperation drop kick from Morgan Dash. Disoriented Steve Allen. Can either man answer the 10 count of referee John Harkey?
Both men stirring around, crawling back up to their feet the best they can. They get up. Allen charging in. Dash using his quickness to get out of the way. Back flips over him. Ducks under. Handspring kick to the back of the head. And Dash, he's starting to feel it, Curtis.
Yeah, Steve is starting to feel that championship slip away too, I think. Oh, big European uppercut. Trips him. What's next, Michael Elliott? Oh!
That's what's next. That's what's coming. That big kick into the corner. Now he rolls him out. Morgan Dash, he might be walking out of here with the TV title shortly. He's climbing up to the top rope.
He's trying to implore the fans to get behind him.
Look here, idiot Mason Allen's on the apron with a distraction, giving Steve Allen just enough time to crotch Morgan Dash on that top rope. And now what's Allen going to do here?
It looks like a superplex to me.
He's got him. He takes him up and drops him down.
Rope.
Curtis, that can't feel good.
Not at all. Off the top rope. He's got him planted right in the middle of the ring. If Steve could get the cover, that's got to be it.
No, not enough. The superplex off the top. Dash still able to kick out.
I thought for sure that was going to be it.
Only gets a 2 count. Our official, John Harkey's got to do a better job of keeping these other 3 Allens from getting involved in this matchup.
Well, Mason just wanted to get a closer look at what was going on. I can't blame him. This has been fantastic.
Well, now Steve Allen, whoa. Morgan Dash with a kick to the back of the head as Allen, he's just draped over the top rope. Not in a very good position right now, Curtis.
Yeah, he appears to be unresponsive.
Oh my goodness, what the hell is about to happen here? Morgan Dash with a Spanish fly off the top rope. That's got to be it. And Steve Allen kicks out.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. I thought that was it too.
Morgan Dash came so close.
What is it going to take for either of these men to be able?
I don't know, but he says this is it.
Oh boy.
He gave the Universal Wrestling sign for it's over. Trying to pick him up into a fireman's carry position. He can't get him up.
He's exhausted. Steve Allen fighting back.
Flips right over to Dash. Oh, holy Christ.
That's it.
And Steve Allen rolls to the floor.
Great championship instincts by Steve Allen. The title can't change hands outside the ring. He's going to collect himself for a second before he gets back in.
Well, there's 4 Allens on the floor, and now Dash, he's going up to the top. He's going to take them all out.
Great instincts by Dash. You can't win the title with the champion outside the ring. He's going to go out there and get him.
That reverse Hurricane Rana rocked Steve Allen. He retreated, but Morgan Dash in pursuit. He wants the championship.
He's got Steve right where he wants him now.
He's calling for something big here. All these big moves out of such a little man. Look here. Oh, connects.
That's it.
1, 2, new champion, no.
I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. Steve Allen is a true champion at this point. To kick out of this barrage and still be in the game. This is championship wrestling here by both competitors.
Not an easy task on your first title defense for Steve Allen, but he's living up to it. Oh my goodness!
That's it.
He dropped him on his head. 2, 3, and that's it. I think he may have knocked Morgan Dash out with that. Dash is unconscious. He's not moving.
He spiked him right on his head.
And Steve Allen able to retain that TV title. And a hell of a match here, Curtis.
Yeah, I'd say so. Morgan Dash has got nothing to be ashamed of or holding his head down about here. What a great contest. And we're seeing the reign of Steve Allen begin in a major way with a big statement victory here in Matthews.
The Allentown stud with a big victory. An impressive victory here in that first defense in what could be a very long reign as NAWA TV champion. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have this week. We'll see you right here next week on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Until then, so long for now.